spur of the moment made a decision that I want to try to do the Dunkin' Donuts ride on the M Super. 10 miles each way. I brought my watch that I wear to run, my GPS watch. Not to track distance, but just to give me a quick way to check my speed. Thought it might be handy. So right now I'm cruising comfortably at 14-15 miles an hour. I was already out earlier this morning with Cindy. Did a relatively short ride, maybe 5-6 miles. But I threw this in the charger when I got home, make sure it's fully charged. And here I go. You may remember I tried something similar with my Ninebot 1 once. I wanted to just go one way, just make it to Dunkin' Donuts, and that didn't quite work out. But now I'm actually going to try to double that distance. And if this works out, it'll be my farthest ride ever. I've never ridden 20 miles in one shot, so let's see what happens. I know Marty's done it, so I know the M Super should have the range as long as I don't go crazy with pushing it speed-wise. I'm tempted to just stay in the bike lane, but I'm not. I'm going to stay on the sidewalk for safety's sake. But convenience-wise, it would be nice to just stay on the sidewalk, but the bike lanes down here often have debris in them, broken glass, other things that could possibly puncture a tire, so I'll be better off on the sidewalk and have a little bit more insulation from bad drivers, old drivers, texting drivers. So sidewalk it is. Things that sucks about the sidewalk is I gotta cross back and forth 2 or 3 times, which slows down the overall trip. Cruising between 15 and 16 miles an hour. Feels about right. Got a lot of headwind right now. About 3 miles in. No problem, still cruising between 14 and 16, I would say. Just wanted to turn the light on, just to be safe. The other thing that gets to be a pain when you're doing a long distance on a sidewalk is it's a lot of bumps and ridges and creases, and it's definitely a little bit more of a jarring experience. Right around here is where I dumped it on my Ninebot 1. When I tried to do the half of this ride coming back, and my battery level got super low and was telling me back like crazy. It's funny, when you do this ride in the morning, the headwind hits you going the opposite direction. This is, I'm not used to getting smacked in the face heading west. Alright, I'm about 5 miles in. Feet feel okay, legs are a little tired. I was on a ladder for quite a few hours yesterday, so my lower body is hurting a little bit. Alright, here's the spot I can cross Immokalee Road. Always a scary proposition, but it's got to be done. Alright, got to cross. I had to deal with a very indecisive woman that was making a left-hand turn, but still in one piece. So now we're on the walkway on the opposite side of the road, still heading west. I'm probably maybe 7 miles in, 6.5, something like that. So this morning, Cindy and I were at Rural King, where we get all of our chicken supplies, and they had like a dog rescue shelter group there that had a bunch of dogs that were up for adoption. And of course, Cindy immediately wants me to green light her adopting a dog, or us adopting a dog. And of course I had to put the brakes on it. You know, I love dogs. I had 2 dogs for a long time. I still have Sadie that I see every other weekend or so. But I don't know. I just don't feel the need to take on that responsibility right now. You know, even if we did adopt a dog, the one that she particularly liked was named Elsa. Very cute, 9-month-old dog mix. I don't know. It's going to be a hard thing to get me to say yes to adopting a dog, so we'll see. You are not supposed to run sprinklers during the daytime. Duh. It's very inefficient to do that, dumbasses. This is cruising about 16 and a half, 17. Weather today has been awesome. It was in the low 60s this morning. I think the high got like maybe into the low 80s, 80 or 81. So yeah, this is like perfect weather. I just wish we could get some more of it. I think I'm gonna have to bike lane it for the last mile or so to Dunkin' Donuts, because I'm not gonna cross to the far side where the sidewalk is and cross back again. Screw that. Bike lane. Of course, they put up these concrete barriers, so I don't have the full lane. Lovely. Okay, back in the path. You may recognize this path. It's been the way that we've gone on multiple rides where we parked at Dunkin' Donuts. I've hit a couple times on the road. I've felt some squirreliness when I hit like grooves, I guess, in the asphalt. Made the wheel feel a little strange for a couple moments. I was able to correct it, but still not very reassuring. It's pretty amazing. I'm almost there, and I haven't had to stop to do anything with my feet, which is a testament to the pedals on the M Super. Yeah, I just realized that I didn't stop for a foot brake, which is pretty much unheard of, so that's kind of cool. We have arrived. Alright, here we are. I have Strava running as well. And my phone's ringing. Okay, for the phone call, I was just checking my Strava, and it said that my average speed was 13.1 miles an hour, but that includes stopping to cross streets and all that kind of stuff, and mostly sidewalk. And you see the distance at 10.3. So I'm gonna just go in and grab some coffee and then get rolling again. You can see I still have 4 out of 5 lights from my battery indicator even after going 10 miles, so that's reassuring. Coffee in hand. 10 miles to the east. Should have a tailwind now. Took me about 45 minutes or so to get here, so I'm hoping it takes me less to get home. Back in the bike lane with annoying plastic lines that act like little speed bumps with coffee. Okay, in the bike lane shortly. Sidewalk begins a few hundred yards ahead. And as I hoped, I'm doing like 17 and a half without, it doesn't feel like I'm working very hard because I have a tailwind now. You know, sidewalks look generally flat, but if you ride them on a electric unicycle, you can definitely tell which ones are not. I just went through a patch back there where it felt like I was on like non-stop little mini speed bumps. So this will probably be my second ride of the weekend, and I believe that tomorrow morning Cindy and I will be riding again, probably joined by Katie, maybe Daniel, I don't know. We'll see. Definitely going faster now. Wow, the moon's out already. You probably can't see it on the GoPro. And it looks like it's almost full, not quite. I don't know about anybody else. There's something in my head that doesn't react well to full moons. Usually my worst mood of the month is during a few days leading up to a full moon. And it's not like I even realize that it's a full moon. Not like I look at the calendar and say, hey, now it's time to be grumpy. But if I am feeling rather grumpy, I would say 9 times out of 10, when I look at the calendar, it's right before a full moon. So, which I don't think is that unusual, but it is pretty pronounced. GPS just said 18.5 miles an hour. I'm actually feeling a little bit cool in the shade here, believe it or not. Combination of the shade and the wind. Coffee's pretty much gone. I can see the oil well, I'm sorry, the Wilson Boulevard light up ahead here. Okay, I had to switch. Oh, my battery died in my GoPro. When I charged my wheel, I forgot to charge my GoPro, so my GoPro died probably with about 3 miles to go. You can see I have two, oops. Come on. I have 2 lights on my Gotway yet. And I'm trying to pull up my stats for the ride. Whoa. Total distance to the ride 20.6. Says average speed 13.3. But again, that's accounting for all the stops and pausing and all that kind of stuff. So that's not bad. On the way back, I touched 18, mid-18s a few times. So it was good. And again, I didn't step off the pedals. My feet were burning towards the end, but not bad enough that I had to step off. So that's good. Oh, I'm curious. I want to go on the Gotway app and see what it officially says I have battery-wise. 40. It says 40% battery. So after a 20.6 mile ride, that's not so bad. So anyways, that's my first 20-mile ride. And to do it on 1 battery charge is pretty amazing to me compared to what I was used to with the 9BOT1. But that's awesome. So yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll do the pedal swap. We'll see. But that's it. Until next time, Duffman out.